Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the bad button. That's all you got to do. Push the dice.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Good evening. How everybody out there doing tonight? Welcome to the Number Basketball Show. It's your boy, Coach Lee. It's Wednesday night. Happy hump day for those out there. Man, we are 3 days away from the weekend. You know how we like to do it around these here parts. It's time to run one with you guys. With that being said, my brother from the Northeast, what's up, too? How you doing tonight?
What's going on with y'all, dog? United States, baby. United States, divide we fall. Hope everybody's having a good middle of the week. You know, get your hump in. Come tune in. If you want to hear sports and you ain't getting no hump, you can come here. You know, it's basketball talk. You know what I'm saying? So come through.
Yes, man. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. Seemed like it was just yesterday. It was, though, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. We try to keep it on toes, man. You know what I'm saying? 1 step, 2 step.
Yes, sir. But tonight, so for those tuning in with us, it's our basketball show we do on Wednesday nights. Talk a little bit, mostly NBA, but we do sprinkle in a little NBA, a little WNBA from time to time. You know, we like to diversify ourselves. But we're gonna jump right in it for tonight, man. One of the topics gonna interest you in the middle of the show. I want to get some feedback from you. But the first one for the night, who we got tuned in? I'm seeing Marie Cruz. How you doing? Appreciate you jumping in with us. The Mrs. Let's see. First one for the night. Expansion time. I heard this today, and it kind of it's there yesterday, regardless. But it kind of surprised me a little bit. So there's been talks of the NBA, the rumors of them expanding. I've heard Vegas for sure, with the possibility of the Seattle and the Supersonics returning. Any of that excite you?
Yes, it does excite me. Seattle foremost, but up in Vegas, you already got teams like the Aces, WNBA, and you have the team in the hockey rinks. So I mean, Las Vegas has expanded themselves in the sports world, and on top of that, Las Vegas is the world of that money, the gambling, the trail. So it doesn't surprise me. What does surprise me is the group, though.
Yes,
the group
very much so.
And we know that club, the Fenway Group, the last couple teams they bought or took shares in, heavy money. So, of course, this franchise going into Vegas, if this is the situation, and or Seattle, I feel like, definitely Vegas on the money side will be extreme. Expansion should happen. We've talked about this numerous times on multiple shows. And I think we all will be on board for it. I don't think it'll be a bad deal at all.
No joke. So you mentioned the group, the Fenway Group. Somebody that's interesting that's part of that group, is part of one of their partners, is current Lakers superstar LeBron James. He's among the partners, along with Bill Simmons. I know he owns the Ringer, or he started the Ringer, but he started off as a beat writer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, started off as a fan, just like everybody else, going to beat writing, and then edged himself as one of the top guys in his profession. You know what I'm saying? And the Ringer it's been rising up year by year. Speculation of LeBron James, having kind of a lead in the say so of okay or even bringing it to the table. That's surprising too, but not surprising because we know the NBA nowadays is the league of LeBron until at least he retires. So another interesting thing about this too is how soon. Because you see how the NBA is shifting right now. How soon do you get that team in? The NBA is at a point right now where it's literally a flood of talent between the NBA, the G League, all these different type of leagues. So that might be something they want to jump on quick. That's something that, could happen as soon as we may think.
Agreed. Adam Silver, the current commish for the NBA, he said that officials expect to generate $10 billion in revenue for the 21-22 season. It's pretty big.
And the fans are just come jamming in the arenas. You see states, down in the mandates. So that means more people are gonna come in. You're just gonna have to wear a nice, lovely, just make sure you're safe. But in all, you got Massachusetts who just down to their mandate the other day. Celtics are hot right now. You get the fans and that's money. So right now, what we're seeing is with states doing this is, you're gonna start seeing the money fluctuating. A lot of money is gonna start to be spent. And shout out to those people that are filing your taxes early right now because you're gonna be part of the mania.
That's true.
Expansion team to Vegas faster.
You mentioned how soon. I'm gonna say by 2020, 2024, 2025.
Yeah, 2025, 2024, 2025 seems like something that can float.
Reason why I say that is Bronny is going to be eligible for the draft in 24. And LeBron's already said his last season he wants to play with his son. What other way with a brand new expansion team that he's going to own to have LeBron and his farewell tour happen in Las Vegas? That's a marketing dream, man.
That'll be some crazy shit. Father and son, and the only way you can possibly be together is if they choose LeBron first in the expansion draft, and then, his son, which Mark Cuban said the other day, he wouldn't even burn a second round pick on him. Hey, he goes up that far.
Oh, man. The young man got a lot of pressure on him, man. I think he probably have more pressure on him than he does than Jordan kids did. Because Jordan kids, they was Jordan's sons, but the social media went to the level that it's at right now. So we've been watching Bronny grow up over time. Where his son was pretty much kept out of the limelight.
Bronny's worth $6.1 million right now. He is the highest student athlete right now. Yes, I have seen something. I read that today.
Okay.
And even if he doesn't end up as a awesome basketball player, this is different from what Jordan's sons was doing. They wasn't generating anything, and they wasn't good in basketball. Even if Bronny's not that good in basketball, he'll generate money.
Facts.
They'll do something in the league.
But I definitely see them because I know they're probably going to want to keep it an even number of teams. So I think there's some weight behind, the Supersonics returning. But the other thing to be weird is somebody from the East will probably have to move over. Actually, probably two teams will have to move over to the East. From the West to the East to accommodate that.
Man, move the Pelicans.
I can see that.
Maybe the Pelicans can get a playoff spot in the East.
I can definitely see that.
They're
gonna get you, man.
I'm sorry. Pelican fans, I am sorry for anybody watching. They just need a change.
They do. They need a fresh start, man. They superstar is on the men's.
I say move a team to New England.
To New England? Okay.
I say that, but we have too many teams in general, all sports. But I would like to see another basketball team in New England. I'd like to see a team in Connecticut. Move one of the New York teams. That's never going to happen.
There's nothing. No won't be the Knicks, and they just moved the Nets from Jersey to Brooklyn, so they sure ain't gonna do that.
The Nets will always be the Jersey Nets until they win a title. They will be the Jersey Nets. They're not Brooklyn yet. It says it on the jersey, but they are Jersey Nets. Until they win one, they are the Jersey Nets. I will say that until life can't say it no more.
I can respect that. I can dig it.
But I want to give a shout out to you, man. I want to give a shout out to your Mavericks last night.
I wasn't going to say nothing.
By saying it, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really want to, you know what I'm saying, boost your ego and the Mavericks ego. But they're playing great basketball, man. And my guys just shit at the bed again. You know, but it is what it is. It was a good game.
They came back, though, man. They came back. Made it a game.
Back, you know what I'm saying? Y'all came back, and, you know, Russell Westbrook just looks awful, man. I can't even defend him right now no more, man. I tried. I can't defend him no more.
Yeah. I saw when he tried to go to the hole, and Luka kind of big brothered him. Like, get out of here with that. To start the fast break, they ended up with a Bullock with a corner three. It's like, man, and I saw Russ. He didn't make any effort to get back. I couldn't tell who was in the middle. Somebody got pushed down. Didn't even bother to get up. They're a very lifeless team right now.
Still gonna make the playoffs though. Right now, it's not looking too good. It'll be all right, everybody. Don't push the panic button yet.
Not yet. When do you push the panic button?
Never. The only time as a Lakers fan I push the panic button is when the season's over. You know why? Because it's not believable. Like, it's not believable. It's not. It is not.
Yeah, this is uncharted waters, man. Just
it's not like we got a bunch of Smush Parkers and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you know, it's not like we have those guys. So I can't sit here and say that I gotta throw the panic button in now. Never. You know, Rob, man. I'm not throwing it in. That's not how we do it here.
And said, I'm not a Lakers fan, but they should have won that Dallas. They should have won that. Dallas was shooting bricks. I'm like, stop shooting three. Yeah, man, they be kidding me with them threes. That's why Luka needs somebody that can be consistent, man. Dorian Finney, he gonna miss a wide open three. Bullock is streaky. Hardaway, when he's out there, he's streaky. Right now, just Luka and them. He ain't got no help. But I like the idea that it's essentially the same team that Carlisle had, and J. Kidd got them playing gritty ass defense. I like that fact.
All the talk about J. Kidd, man.
I've never known a Carlisle Dallas team to play defense, except for the championship run. So break time. We're going to take that 15, 20-minute break. We'll be right back shortly. Y'all hold tight. And like Samuel Jackson said, hold on to your butts. Be right back.
Gotcha.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tamara Moore, former WNBA guard and current head coach at Mesabi Range College. I want to give a big shout out to STWF Media, the big brand, for showing love and always being about those good sports. Make sure you guys show them love. You and your community can join them every week to talk about sports. Shouts out to them and make sure you check them out.
And we're back just like that. Anthony, I agree with you, brother. Luka is Dirk 2.0. May not be for the same reason. I know my reason is he's Dirk 2.0 because Cuba not going to give him no help, man. He's going to waste his time here. He might get one, but it's going to be a lot of unfulfilling seasons, man. We got a lot of hope and get crushed at the end of it because he ain't got no help.
Hey, man. Hey, it's going to come down to, you know, these are the most deciding years on his contract coming up. You know what I'm saying? Not in terms he got an extension, I believe. But this is when you're going to start to see if people want to play with him in terms of can Dallas get people to play with him in terms of the money flow, and do people want to come play with Luka? And let's see how they can put that together. And it's going to be very decisive, coming through. And in terms of Luka's second reign, as a Dallas Maverick, it's going to start getting real interesting. But for now, he's a top 5, top 10 talent. Defensively, they stepped it up a lot. You got your important, pieces on your team playing like important guys, and you just got to continue to keep it rolling. They've been in situations before. They've been battle-tested in playoff situations before. They've been to Game 7s, you know what I'm saying? And, they haven't been to a championship or anything, but they know how to compete. And they're not going to go out without a fight.
So it's going to be fun to watch. I kind of wish they could have got the big man from the Pacers, Evan Turner, brought him on back home, but he was injured, so that threw that out because I think Luka needs a big man to play down in the paint for defensive purposes, and he needs a consistent sharp shooter on the outside. Now, anybody that plays with him on the outside, on the perimeter, they're going to get wide open looks because he's going to get double and triple teams. He's going to find an open man. But speaking of last night, Tinseltown. So I know we talked about this a little bit last week. In reference to a little bit of that power struggle that was going on between LeBron, his agent, and the GM, Rob Pelinka, and Rich Paul. So it's a lot of, normally where there's smoke, there's fire. So it's still a lot of that going on. And some people are already saying, according to Intel, it kind of got an idea of which of the Lakers VIPs will remain in LA past this season. Even though LeBron is he's taking the high road, he's just missing the rumors and stuff like that. But it was rumored that he tried to encourage them to go after the Cavaliers and Oklahoma City Thunder general manager Sam Presti. And Rich Paul was on board with it, and he asked, he wanted to have a clear the air sit down with the Lakers owner Jeannie Buss and the Vice President Rob Pelinka as recent as last week to try to, say, hey, I didn't have nothing to do with that. But somebody leaked it. I don't think somebody's just going to run out there and throw that out there and not have been told something in passing. So, man, I don't know, man. It's a big power struggle. My only concern, if I was a Lakers fan, is LeBron's probably got what? No, we just talked about. He might be in LA in another year, and a year or two rather. And are you willing? Are the Lakers that close to competing? Even though they got all those old heads on their team, but they were that close to competing to mortgage their future based on recommendations from his agent and LeBron. Is it worth that? As a Lakers fan, is it worth it?
Hell to the no, and this is going to be a power struggle for a long time. You got the Buss family that ain't pulling from nothing. You have Magic Johnson going in there trying to take reins. Magic Johnson, one of the greatest Lakers ever. It didn't happen. The story with Kobe Bryant would never be a story because we would just have to visualize it in our heads. But this gets interesting because, like we said, and we've been saying, it's the National Basketball LeBron Association. So there's which way is it going to go? We know there's going to be some coaches being fired. We know there's going to be a vice president or two fired. It just hasn't happened yet because of the power structure of the Los Angeles Lakers compared to other franchises. No disrespect to any other franchises in that regard. But this is what it's going to be. If LeBron wants to stay a Laker, then they'll power move a lot. If he doesn't, it looks like it's sinking the ship. And then that means the buses will be in control. And from what we've seen in prior years, they really haven't been able to be balanced. This signing of LeBron kind of kept them afloat.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see Vogel being on fire at the end of the season, regardless of the situation right now. I can see Rob Pelinka being out. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same no more there. for him personally. It hasn't been the same for a little while. It hasn't been the same for the Lakers since they won the championship. But this is the price you pay when you do the things that the Lakers did. Trade all your young guys for AD.
Mm-hmm.
Trade some more young guys for Russell Westbrook. Try to throw tweeners between $3.5 million and $5 million. It's just something that you can do. But I think, honestly, the Lakers are just going to – LeBron will probably end up not being a Laker.
I can definitely see that. And rightfully so.
Because now you got all the other teams, they say LeBron and the Tomatoes or left for all that. LA is not like those other teams that he left.
Anthony says if LeBron has control of the team like that, if I was a player, I wouldn't trust LeBron. He would trade or cut you in a heartbeat. That's facts. He almost ruined those kids' career, Ingram and Kuzma. Almost ruined their careers, man. Their confidence was shot. And Lonzo almost ruined those young men's career, man, because he had no confidence in them, and they knew they was on the trading block. I got something a little juicy for you, though. So it's going to be kind of hard to separate. You know, the Bucks is going to have some hard and tough decisions to make this offseason, as soon as this offseason. So who would you say is the greatest Laker of all time?
Kobe Bryant, greatest Laker I've ever seen play.
I would agree.
Can't talk with anybody else, but that would be my pick.
Okay. Who was his agent?
You know who his agent? That's Rob Pelinka. That's what I'm saying. Because he's unhappy. He's been unhappy for a long time. Just having Kobe on the backside was good enough for him. Once he lost Kobe, then Magic kind of got his way out of it. He's not having fun no more with these guys. This is new era stuff. A lot of these guys are from the old era. You know what I'm saying? The new era is starting to run stuff. So the Lakers and their organization, the way they've always been ran, it's been kind of being ran by Rich Paul and the kid. And they've been letting them do that. But eventually, you can't let people take a little control because they're going to try to take it all. And that's where the tug of war is going to start between these two camps. It's starting right now. We've seen all the rumors. We've seen the play, obviously. We've seen it all.
That's probably Chris that's blocked. I don't know why your thing's blocked, man. You might have to log back out and log back in.
They don't want us to know it's you, bro. That's why.
So another interesting caveat to this, let you know how, because obviously Pelinka was Kobe agent for 20 plus years, so he's rooted there. But the other decision they have to make is somebody that reportedly that Rich Paul is trying to slide in there as the possible replacement for Pelinka is what's this young man's name? It is Omar Wilkes. He's the current head of basketball operations for Paul's agency, Clutch Sports. The name rings a bell to probably some old Laker fans or old heads like myself because he's got Laker ties. His dad, Jamal Wilkes, played 8 seasons with the franchise and won 3 championships with Magic and Kareem. So they've watched this kid grow up. So there's a familiarity there with that. So they definitely got some stuff to do. And currently now, Omar's younger brother, he was in the Lakers. He spent 6 seasons with the franchise in the front office as a scout before moving over to the Hornets. But it's all type of ties there, man. It's this can get messy.
It's about to get ugly.
People gunning for jobs.
We get some wins. If we get some wins, we can overcome some of this shit. But if we ain't getting no wins and then we see more articles like this than wins, it's going to hurt the soul, man. The Lakers need me. I wrote it last night, man. The Lakers need me. So guess what? We're gonna make the playoffs still. A seed, 41-41. We're gonna be good. We're gonna get into the play-in. We're gonna be in the play-in. We're gonna make the playoffs. Nobody's gonna want players in a 7-game series. We'll win the championship. All this is gonna be like this, man. And then we can talk about it from there. So, but regardless of all this, it's kind of evident that the coach is not gonna be there after the season.
That's true.
And Rob's not having fun no more. And they're gonna try to get Jeannie out of there at some point.
That's gonna be a hard one.
Because her legs ain't useful? If her legs ain't useful no more, then they're gonna try to get rid of her too. If you know what I mean.
So I agree with you, Anthony. Somebody is leaking Lakers news. God, it's some pretty detailed stuff that's coming out. It sounds like private conversations. Like, I think they're probably messing up because somebody probably just casually talking and ain't telling somebody, hey, this is off the record. They talking. So it's a lot of that going on.
Rich Paul, man. It's Rich Paul. Rich Paul's doing it.
Yeah. I think LeBron's feeding it to him. Chris, I don't know what's up with your Hawks, man. They look good last year. They're struggling right now. I think for one, they signed Collins back, but I think y'all should have either let him walk or traded him because he didn't want to be there in the first place. But who's gonna turn down that type of money?
We should have. The Hawks is going through the struggles of trying to maintain what they had last year, and it's hard to do that sometimes. It really is, but it's been dwell with injuries. Hasn't been the same old rock. But I mean, they played exceptionally well last night until the Celtics came back and beat them. You know what I'm saying? So they're just a team that's going to continue to have to build themselves. And like we all say with teams, you got to continue to grow on success. Success doesn't just come and just stay there. You got to continue to play basketball.
If I was leaking news, man, I'd be getting paid.
I'll leak some news off you. I'll leak some news off you. The Cincinnati Bengals will never make the Super Bowl ever again.
Ooh,
that's
he gonna get. He gonna come for you, bro.
Come by.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, we got gonna take our last break for the night. Y'all hold tight. We be back by 15:20. Yes, sir.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
Chris say, put your money up, man.
Chris, you ain't got no money, man. Chris, I don't want to take your money, man.
So when you think of the NBA and a many record, they got a record for everything. What's the one record that's in the NBA that you probably say will probably be the hardest to break?
The points, man. The points.
Points in the game.
100. It could have been broken.
Yep.
It would have.
So today is the 60-year anniversary of when Wilt Chamberlain went off on the Knicks and scored 100 points in the game. Now, during that same game, while getting that record, he also established 59 points in one half, which is the NBA record. 36 field goals made, which is the NBA record. And 28 free throws made, which is the NBA record. He balled out that night. I think, I was looking at some, I be posting stuff late at night because I be up, can't sleep, I'm old, go to bed late, wake up early type stuff. But one thing that I was looking at is a lot of people try to discount the records that Wilt got because they say, he's playing against lesser talents. He's playing against a certain type of player back then. But But I was looking. The average height of the players when Wilt played was 6'7". The average height of the NBA players right now is 6'7". Skill sets, obviously, he's very athletic for the time, but the idea that he was just towering over people, now people forget he held his own, but Bill Russell used to give him the business.
Exactly. I mean, Bill had some tough matchups. You know, Bill came out there and competed against him. Wilt was just, that doesn't take away from his dominance at all. A dominant person is going to end up facing another dominant person or somebody that can test their strength and match their strength at times. We've seen it in the past with multiple people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. It happens in life. And Wilt, the 100 points for me, man, 59 and one half. It just stirs me, man, today that record is still held cleared on the paper, and it doesn't seem like any basketball player is gonna break it.
The one thing that I did know about Wilt, I like to think of myself as a history buff. I know he played for the Globetrotters, but he played for the Globetrotters before he came to the NBA. I did not know that.
No, me either.
He played for them from 58 to 59. Then he went and played for the then Philadelphia, turned to the San Francisco Warriors, obviously the Sixers, and he finished up with the Lakers. But I had no idea that he started with the Globetrotters. It's pretty interesting.
He was a bad man. I wish like we talk about different eras and all that, man. That man Wilt hitting free throws.
That's impressive.
Shaq's probably, man, hitting free throws at the free throw line. Now that's where the monster stats is. See, Shaq, if you would have hit your free throw, Shaq, you would have probably hit 102.
Wilt was a big dude. He was 7'1", 275. That's pretty big dude.
Clearing everything.
So some of his accomplishments, he was a 2-time NBA champion. He was a 1-time Finals MVP, 4-time MVP of the league. And during that 4-time, he was the MVP from 66, 67, and 68. He won the MVP 3 straight years in a row. He's a 13-time NBA All-Star. He's a 1-time NBA All-Star Game MVP, 7 times NBA First Team, 3 times NBA All-NBA Second Team, 2-time NBA All-Defense First Team, Rookie of the Year, 7-time Scoring Champion, 11-time Rebounding Champion. He led the league in assists in 1968. He was on the 35, 50, and 75th anniversary teams. And his jersey has been retired by the Globetrotters, the Warriors, the Sixers, and the Lakers. That's his NBA accomplishments. He was the NCAA Tournament Most Outstanding Player in 57, 2-time All-American, and his number 13 jersey is retired by the Jayhawks. And he was Mr. Basketball in 1955. That's a hell of a resume.
Outstanding, man. Like they say, man, it keeps talking about GOATs and all that, best player all time. Like they say, like we say yesterday, it's barbershop talk. You can bring a lot of people to the table. A lot of people bring Wilt to the table. A lot of people might bring Bill Russell into the occasion. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of players that we brought to the table, and they have a reason for why they were the best player all time. We just sat here and talked about Wilt Chamberlain. He may not be our favorite player all the time, but my respect for him just went up just by talking about him, about stuff that one thing that we didn't know, and a whole bunch of stuff that we kind of knew.
I think it's amidst all that, don't judge, ladies, don't judge. But to me, the most outstanding, well, I'm gonna say outstanding, the most eye-popping stat for me, he's a lifelong bachelor. But he was notorious for making a statement that he had sex with as many as 20,000 women.
He had the infamous picture, dog, in the bed with all the women, man. And
Wilt was scoring on and off the court.
I would ask Will a couple questions like, how do you have all them to like be this all cool and cordial, and just to even take that picture with you, knowing that y'all wasn't gonna stay with you that night.
Mm-hmm.
And if they all stay with you, they all shit. We'll talk about that on a different time frame. Because oh boy.
Wilt the stamp, baby.
We could have chilled with Wilt and all, you know what I'm saying, in his lifetime. You know, his early lifetime, chill with Wilt. I wish I would have been able to chill with him.
But happy anniversary, Wilt, 60-year anniversary, man, of the greatest NBA scoring feat of all time. I think the closest one that got to was Kobe with his 81, right?
100. But
should have.
You know what I'm saying? Close to it. It was funny today because I posted it on one of the platforms, and shout out to Rob. Rob wrote 63 and we referenced to Jordan because he likes LeBron over Jordan. And Jordan's I think he had 63 at the Garden. So I was like, that was light work. So every time I mentioned Wilt with the 100, Kobe with the 81, Jordan 63. Because they say Jordan's the GOAT. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to I know I had looked it up the other day. See, Wilt. I was trying to look up the actual ones because I think Kobe had the 81, and I think it was a couple of guys that had like 73 or 78. It's about 4 or 5 guys that had that. Let me see, NBA all time. Let's see, man. I'm curious about. You got me thinking now.
Gotta be able to score at that plateau, man. That's a hard.
Okay, so
it's a hard thing.
Here you go. I found it. So Wilt had 100. Kobe had 81. Wilt had 78. David Thompson had 73. Then Wilt had 73. 1, 2, 3 more times he scored 73. David Robinson had 71. Elgin Baylor had 71. Devin Booker had 70. Wilt had 70. Jordan had 69.
Yep.
Then Wilt had 168 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 67, 1 time 66. I'm looking at this record, man. It's Wilt name all up and down this list.
Give me the ball. Give the ball to Wilt.
That's what's impressive.
Yeah.
Wilt is all up and down this list, man.
Imagine
considering how wide open the game is now, the 3-point line, the 3-point shots taken, that nobody's but Kobe's even come close to that in that amount of time. 60 years from now, 60 years later, that's impressive, man. We're probably not in our lifetime. We'll probably never see that record. Got the shot clock going.
Like Curry, but if he hasn't done it yet, then who is?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, thought that somebody like James Harden possibly can do it. You know,
Curry, his highest score in game is 62 points.
It's tough. It's gonna be tough, man. It's tough for a guy to go out there and just get that many points. So I mean, though somebody could break it one day, I don't think it will happen, but somebody's gonna try.
Yeah, most definitely. Man, who you got for shout outs tonight, brother?
I want to give a shout out to Chris. Man, because you come up here, you talk that good smack I'm gonna keep your $500 on withdrawal right. I'm gonna keep your $500 on hold right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take your money and your cash, but keep that in mind. We'll give a shout out to everybody tuning in on this Wednesday. You could be anywhere else, but you're here with us on a Wednesday night. Enjoy the rest of your night. What's up to the guy? You know what I'm saying? Thinking that's you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you and Mardi Gras. That's why you're not here tonight. You know, and everybody just enjoy your night, man.
Most definitely, man. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to my Dallas Mavs. Big win last night. Shout out to everybody that joined who hung out with us tonight. Marie, Anthony, appreciate you. Robert, appreciate you, brother. Chris, appreciate you. And Unc, I think that's Unc at the end. So appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight, man.
Unc, with my king cake guy. Unc, you stunting. With my king cake, I want to deliver it today's Wednesday. I want to deliver it by Saturday.
Putting that pressure on you, man. Says, send me my cakes. But hey, man, we appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. You know, without y'all, we won't be able to do this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. Man, just get at your boys. You know, share ideas with us. Give us feedback. You know what I'm saying? Can't get better. We don't get no feedback. You know,
right? Feedback. Skim through. Take a peek. You know what I'm saying? All we ask. You know what I'm saying?
All.
Much. We ain't asking. We ain't panhandling. We ain't out here asking for no dollars. All we asking for love and support. You know what I'm saying?
Don't cost you nothing.
If you're gonna go watch somebody on YouTube or something, you can come watch us. We there too. If you want to come watch somebody on Facebook, we there too. You know what I'm saying? We same places that your homies be at, and we supposed to be your homies.
On Twitter, on Twitch.
Right. We out here.
We out of here.
We'll
appreciate y'all, man.
All
Love
day.
y'all, folks. Already.
Peace.